Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fans of baseball and believers in second chances, gather round. For on a warm July evening in Boston, beneath the lights of Fenway Park, history repeated itself not in the form of a game-winning home run or a perfectly executed double play, but in the subtle magic of a family reuniting, if only for a night. There they were, Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck, two of Hollywood's brightest stars, once partners, now co-parents, sitting side by side once again. Not as lovers, not as actors, not as celebrities, but as mom and dad. It has been over a decade since they announced their split. 10 years since their fairy-tale union, admired by millions, took a quiet, dignified bow. The tabloids wrote their endings. The fans mourned the love story. But real life, it seems, is far more complex, far more beautiful than the scripts we write for others. Because on July 11th, under the hum of stadium lights and the roar of the crowd, these two came together once more, not for a red carpet, not for a film, but for their children. For family. For love of the game, and love of those they raised together. Ben Affleck, a lifelong Red Sox devotee, seated proudly at the iconic Fenway Park. And beside him, Jennifer Garner, calm and composed, her signature warmth evident even through the pixels of a camera lens. Between them sat their two youngest children, innocent, joyful, wide-eyed in the presence of baseball magic. And in that moment, it didn't matter how many years had passed. It didn't matter that their marriage had ended. What mattered was that their children saw them, together, smiling, supporting, united. NESN's Dave O'Brien called it what it was. Great Red Sox family right there, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Garner and their kids. It was more than a call-out. It was a recognition, a salute to two people who chose maturity over mess, collaboration over conflict. We've seen other couples crumble under the weight of separation. We've watched love turn into litigation, affection into animosity. But this was different. There was no bitterness in their body language. No tension in their expressions. Just the easy rhythm of co-parenting that's been refined through years of commitment to their children above all else. And for those who've followed their journey, from the early 2000s romance to their eventual parting, this scene offered something deeper than nostalgia. It offered hope. Hope that not all stories end with heartbreak. That sometimes, love transforms instead of disappears. Ben, clad in his casual fan gear, wasn't the Oscar winner that night. He wasn't the high-profile headline grabber. He was just a dad, teaching his kids how to keep score, clapping at strikeouts, smiling as his team landed another win. Jennifer, elegant even in understatement, wasn't there as a Hollywood powerhouse. She was a mother, guiding her children, soaking in the moments, smiling at the man she once loved, and likely still respects. This wasn't a red carpet appearance. It wasn't a publicity stunt. It was a window into the quiet, often unseen world of real family life after separation. It's easy to walk away. It's harder to walk back in, even briefly, for the sake of something greater than oneself. In a world of clickbait drama and endless celebrity feuds, Jennifer and Ben chose peace. They chose presence. They chose their children. And isn't that the truest measure of love? Not how we begin a story, but how we carry it forward when the chapters become complicated. They didn't have to be there together. They didn't have to sit front row. They didn't have to flash smiles. But they did, because sometimes, love looks like showing up. It looks like sitting shoulder to shoulder with your ex-spouse in a ballpark packed with thousands, because your kids love the game, and love seeing both of you together. It looks like Ben Affleck nodding at a great play, while Jennifer leans in to explain it to their youngest. It looks like a family who understands that divorce is not a death sentence for unity, only a reshaping of it. It looks like shared hot dogs, laughter between innings, and the quiet joy of normalcy in an otherwise extraordinary life. It's easy to judge from afar. To assume that celebrity breakups are all bitterness and betrayal. But this night at Fenway Park, proved otherwise. It proved that with effort, with humility, with shared values and unwavering love for your children, you can rewrite the narrative. This wasn't just a baseball game. It was a love letter to resilience. A nod to emotional maturity. A masterclass in co-parenting. For every child who's ever wondered if their parents can still be friends, for every divorced couple struggling to find common ground, for every fan who once rooted for Jennifer, this was for them. It was a reminder that love doesn't always end. Sometimes, it just changes shape. That a former couple can still sit together and enjoy the things that matter, like a Red Sox win, a child's laughter, a summer night in Boston. And isn't that what we all want, in the end? To know that even when things fall apart, some things, the best things, can still be held together. They say baseball is America's pastime. But on that July night, it became something more. It became a backdrop for healing. For remembering. For demonstrating that families, even after divorce, can still be whole in a different way. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner didn't make a statement with words. They didn't need to. Their presence said it all. Their smiles confirmed it. Their children felt it. This is what it looks like to grow, to forgive, to move forward, together. Not in spite of the past, but because of it. Not for appearances, but for love. And in a world that too often celebrates division, their quiet reunion at Fenway was a home run for grace. So here's to them. To Ben and Jen. To family. To second acts that don't need the spotlight, only heart. To the children, who remain at the center. And to the game of life, where showing up is often the greatest play of all.